Happy Valentine's Day, and today, to celebrate this day of love, I'm counting down the top 14, because it's February 14th, things that I love about Inazuma 11. Let's do this. It's a heart. TXM style. What's up everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are counting down the top 14 things that I love about Inazuma 11. Now, Inazuma 11 is a series that has meant a lot to me over my lifetime. Over the 18 years that I have lived, this series has meant quite a decent amount to me. I'd go as far to say it's possibly my favourite video game series of all time, and very strong contender for my favourite media franchise of all time. Just in terms of pure nostalgia, in terms of just the amount of personal love and attachment I have to it. And so to celebrate Valentine's Day, which is typically obviously the day of love, I can't think of another word for love, I thought I'd count down 14 things that I love about this series. Now, this is very vague, and it's very vague for a reason. I'm going to be talking about like specifics to the franchise, I'm going to be talking about memories I have to do with the franchise, I'm going to be talking about things that I kind of got from the franchise. This is a very vague and broad video, but I'm hoping that this video can get you guys to think about the things that you love about Inazuma 11. Think of it like Thanksgiving, but instead of being whenever the hell Thanksgiving is, it's on February 14th. Because let's be real, if you're watching this video, you're probably single and a virgin. So, I don't know. Use today to think about Inazuma 11 instead of your loneliness. First up is the Hisatsus, or the special moves. And I'm going to be using a lot of the English names when it comes to this video because that is my lens into this franchise. I grew up with the English stuff. The English stuff is still near and dear to my heart. I'm watching the series with my girlfriend in English. Like, the English is, it's for me. It is my, version of the franchise as the English dub. But anyway, that's besides the point. The Hisatsus are, for me, very important to me, the special moves. Because those are what inspired me to watch the series in the first place. The way that I got into Inazuma 11 was that I was literally sitting just watching Disney XD with my sister, and we saw this series that we haven't, by the way, just to set the stage, we had no interest in football. We both hated football. We both made it like our thing where when the opening theme song would go, hey ho, stand up if you love football, we would both sit down. Is an act of rebellion against the loving of football. But you know what drew us in? What drew us in was those special moves. We saw those special moves and we were like, yeah, this is our thing. Even though we hate football, this is still our thing. Because look at that man in his massive yellow hand. Look at the fire. And I've grown to love those Hisatsus even more. My second favorite thing about Inazuma 11 is the Prime Legend. Specifically that one special move. Both because I love the moment it represents in the anime and the movie. I love the spinning, I love the colors, I love how cool it looks, and I love that it's a testament to how cool the Hisatsus can look. But also, I love the moment it represents in my YouTube career. Over on Inazuma 11 3 Randomizer Let's Play, when we were playing through the game and we realized that shops were randomized, and so it became a mission of mine to find a Prime Legend move manual. And I kept looking and looking, and the most satisfying moment of that series, and my favorite episode of that series, was when I found that Prime Legend move manual. And it just that small thing meant so much to me. And it's kind of, for me, a symbol of how much Inazuma 11 means to me, and a testament to what got me into the franchise in the first place. Seeing those cool special moves. Because a really cool moment for me in my YouTube career was seeing that cool Prime Legend special move right in front of my eyes. And for some reason, it was really, really satisfying. This video is going to be so cheesy, so brace yourselves for the cheese. Let's keep going. Number 3, Inazuma Japan vs. Fire Dragon. Very specific, but to me, this is a testament of the best of Inazuma 11. This is the best match in the entire franchise for me. Just a 4-episode long match, which covers basically every character under the sun in good depth, giving cool special moves, cool tactics, cool everything. Aphrodite's Korean for some reason. It's a sick, sick, sick match, and I love it so much, and I cannot wait to watch it over and over and over for the rest of my life. And kind of similar to that, and also kind of jumping back to our previous points, But I had no interest in football before starting Inazuma 11. But because of Inazuma 11 and the style of Inazuma 11, the Hisatsus, the characters, the stories, the music, the everything, it made football interesting for me. And I can't thank it enough for that, because football, for those who don't know, if in England, football is the biggest sport. A lot of men, especially men, because, you know, masculinity or whatever, are really, really, really into football. It's a common shared interest that if you're not a part of, you can struggle to fit in sometimes. And that was definitely how I felt when I was little. I didn't really like football. I played a few times. Fun fact, when I was in first school, every time I played football, the ball hit me in the face. Genuinely, every single time I'd play football in like a break time, the ball would hit me in the face. And so I never really felt like I could fit in because I was always feeling like I had this disconnect from my peers, from the cool peers. And I was like, that's a bit annoying. I just want to play Pokemon. And so Inazuma 11 kind of gave me a gateway into that. Sure, football itself might not be that interesting to me, but Inazuma 11 is, so I just have to make football in real life more like football in Inazuma 11. Yeah, I'd jump around and do funny special moves sometimes, and I'd say some of the names in my head, but I'd also think about it from a tactical standpoint. I'd watch tactics in Inazuma 11, I'd watch Jude do his thing and think, how can I translate that into actual football when I was playing it in first and early middle school? And it also gave me a connection back with some friends who had previously gone off to play football. I could give them this game now. I could give them this game, this football game, that they could connect to me with, and I could connect to them with. And it was a really beautiful thing for that. And also just thinking in the future of things, and the now of things. I now play Football Manager a lot. I now connect to my dad through football. We kind of never really had a genuine proper shared interest, but football is now that. I'm now connected to a lot more people around me and connected to what I do through football. Football is now a massive passion of mine, and that would never have happened if it wasn't for Inazuma 11, because I used to hate football and I used to kind of be repelled and disgusted by it, but it's now been kind of my gateway into a lot of things. What I'm saying is that Inazuma 11's been very special to me because it's given me this access to what I've previously felt very dissociated and isolated from. Number 5 is the YouTube scene, which you guys probably saw coming. Now, my YouTube channel did not start off as an Inazuma 11 channel. It started off as a Pokemon channel, and then became a bit of a variety gaming channel. Then I was like, let's do it, let's do an Inazuma 11 Let's Play, after Tail the Toaster told me to. And it kind of blew up a tad, and I got a lot of subscribers, and my channel kind of kept growing, and here we are now. And that's pretty sick. And genuinely, every single day, I'm so thankful for this. I got to turn something that I loved, a series I absolutely adored, into something that now, for being honest, makes me money. It's pretty sick. I managed to take this thing I absolutely adore, and I now get to do it for people. I get to, you know, people watch me play Inazuma 11, people watch me talk about Inazuma 11 for some stupid reason. People enjoy hearing what I have to say about Inazuma 11. People enjoy watching me play Inazuma 11. And I get to have this YouTube channel dedicated to a series that I'm so passionate about and that I loved so much, and I have so much childhood nostalgia and attachment to. Also, it's pretty cool that now anytime anyone like meets me and is like, oh, you do YouTube? And I'm like, yeah, and then I force them basically to get into Inazuma 11 in some way. And I've gotten people into Inazuma 11 through that. Hell yeah. You know the amount of people in my uni who have now said to me that they know what Inazuma 11 is, who previously didn't? Because of my YouTube channel? Hell yeah. And kind of related to the YouTube channel, number 6 is that Inazuma 11 gave me lots of confidence because of the YouTube channel. Now, as someone who wants to be an actor, and especially someone who wants to work in comedy, one of the hardest things in the entire world is knowing whether or not you're funny. And not to sound egotistical, but YouTube kind of taught me that maybe there is people out there who think I'm funny, and that I definitely can pursue this as a career because there are people out there who want to hear what I have to say and like the stupid jokes that I make. That's pretty cool, I'm gonna be honest. I remember someone said that I was one of the first funny Inazuma 11 YouTubers, and that was one of the best compliments I ever received because it made me genuinely believe I was funny. And now comedy acting is 100% the thing I want to pursue with my life, and in some ways, a lot of that comes from this, and a lot of this comes from Inazuma 11. All of this comes from Inazuma 11. Number 7 is the friends I made because of Inazuma 11. The vast majority of friends I've made online are from Inazuma 11. From Discord servers, from YouTube channels, from who knows what. Tale of the Toaster, Alexander Greensmith, Charlie Hunter, might be Mila, Ryusei Boys, Dragon Blaze, Chupyro Shad. Those are just the beginning of some examples. Killian Valentine. Just like those are just covering the surface. And that's not even including ones that, you know, I have off of YouTube, who I've met through Inazuma 11, and who I've spent years talking to and creating genuine bonds with and doing other stuff with and all that. And the amount of personal projects I've been able to fulfill because of these people, and the amount of things I've been able to do because of these people, it's insane. And I've now met up with some of these people, and I've, you know, stayed in Airbnbs with some of these people, and I've had some of these people living with me, and I've introduced my girlfriend to some of these people. And these connections that formed because of a shared interest in the game is really, really, really special to me. Number 8 is the characters. Let's get more specific back to Inazuma 11. I love the characters in Inazuma 11. They're also quirky and funny and, let's be honest, ever so stereotypical, and unique and interesting sometimes, and well designed sometimes, and funny sometimes. The characters can be hit or miss, but a lot of the time I really, really love them. Number 9 especially is a character who developed because of my randomizer Let's Play, and that's Duke Guy. And I love Duke Guy. He combines one of my favourite designs in the series with just some really obviously random chaos. But because of the series, because of the community, and because of whatever the hell I was on that during that episode, he became a bit of a fan favourite, and he became one of my favourite characters in all of Inazuma 11. And it's just a random scout design. And I love that the characters are designed generally so well that just a random scout design can become so special and important to me. Also, Nelly. Number 10's Nelly. I have a Nelly oil painting now for some reason that my parents got for me. Not sure why, but I apparently do. Nelly is a character who I've now cosplayed as, and sure, why not? And Nelly, for some reason, has become a favorite Inazuma 11 character, and I have no idea how this happened, aside from one stream I remember where I said that adult Nelly was like my perfect personality type, and I have no idea why. Since then, Nelly's become my favorite Inazuma 11 character, but apparently she has. Sick. Number 11 is again kind of to do with the community of Inazuma 11, but it is the increasing mod scene. Now, Inazuma 11 has been dead for a while. That's fair to say. We haven't had any new games in ages, and there is a new game apparently coming out, but that apparently has been lasting for like the last 6 years. And so, generally, how a series will sustain itself during that time is through fan games. Inazuma 11's always been a bit dead on that front. We've had kind of Inazuma 11 remastered, and that was really it. But now, the mods are coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance. We have the Inazuma 11 Grey Road of Heroes mod by Prince and then the rest of that team. And that mod looks incredible. I cannot wait for that. We have stuff like the Inazuma 11 randomizers. We have stuff like Inazuma 11 Origins, Inazuma 11 Future, the Inazuma 11 Halloween and Christmas mods, Inazuma 11 Go characters in the FFI. There are so many Inazuma 11 mods now for us to play with, for us to play, for us to look at. Thanks for the views, guys, and also thanks for keeping my channel alive. It's a testament to the fan base of this, let's be honest, slightly dead series, that we still have projects like this ongoing, and I couldn't be more happy about that. Number 12 is a Pacific episode of the series. Episode 46 of the original series, otherwise known as the Captain's Trial. Now, this is a random tangent, but it is related, I promise. I have always wanted to make a Spider-Man TV show, an animated Spider-Man TV show. And my plan for this was always, spoiler alert, in Season 3, Gwen Stacy would die, as she always does in Spider-Man stuff. And the episode after Gwen Stacy dies would be completely different. The tone would be totally different. It would be just really depressing, and it would focus on the genuine repercussions of your closest friend, your girlfriend, or whatever, dying. And it would be about how the entire world, and especially how Peter's entire world, reacts to that. Captain's Trial is very similar to that, and I love it. I love it. Essentially, Nathan's left the team. Nathan has left the team. He's just gone. And Mark has to deal with the repercussions of that. Mark has to deal with the consequences of that. Most notably, the emotional consequences of feeling like he's let everyone down. And his arguably best friend has left them and just disappeared. That's pretty depressing stuff. And the episode is suitably very depressing. Obviously, it gets a bit more uplifting at the end, but the episode's tone is generally pretty darn crushing. And people have said it's a bit of a boring, annoying episode, but I can't disagree more. I think it's fantastic. I think it's the best episode of all of Inazuma 11, arguably, because it's something different. And so thank you, Inazuma 11, for doing something different. And number 13 is my favourite series of Inazuma 11, Go Galaxy. Again, it's something different. It's a bit weird. People don't really like it generally, but you know what? I love it because I'm a bit weird, to be honest. Go Galaxy is fantastic. I have an entire video about why I love Go Galaxy. Just check that out if you want, I guess. But I love Go Galaxy. It's beautiful. And finally, the thing I love about Inazuma 11, number 14, is the constant blue balls. Cheers, lads. The new game will come out eventually. But I genuinely am so excited for the new game. And I don't think there's any other series I could have stuck with for this long and still look forward to that next series entry. So thank you, Inazuma 11. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.